Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you a very warm welcome on behalf of the Sahrdaya College of Advanced Studies, who has clubbed all of us for the 3-day national webinar starting from today, 10th to 12th of May. First of all, I welcome our honorable chief guest, Dr. Manishkumar Jain, who is an international corporate trainer, IoT solution architect, blockchain architect. Welcome, sir. Next, let me welcome our beloved director, Dr. Reverend Father Davis Chingnyadan, our principal, Dr. Matthew Paul Uken, vice principals, Dr. Rani MJ and Dr. KL Joy KL. I also welcome all the teachers present here to this webinar. Now, let's be silent for a moment and thank our Almighty for giving us such a great opportunity. Thank you. Now, let me welcome our beloved principal for the welcome address.
Good evening to all. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. Good evening to all. Distinguished Dr. Manishkumar Jain, International Corporate Trainer, IoT Architect and Blockchain Architect, who is inaugurating the 3-day national level webinar. Respected Reverend Dr. Davis Chingnyadan, Executive Director, Sahrdaya College Advanced Studies, Kodagara, Thrissur, Kerala, the President of this function, dear Vice Principals of the College, Dr. M. Rani and Dr. KL Joy, Dr. Karuna K., the IQAC Coordinator of the College, Ranjit Modi Sir, CT of the College, Jaimal Miss, Program Coordinator, other faculty members of Computer Science and of the College, and my dear students of Sahrdaya College. With immense pride and pleasure, I stand before you as the designated head of the institution to propose a hearty note of welcome to all of you to this inaugural day of the Colloquium, expert talk series organized by the Department of Computer Science in association with the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of the college. The Sahrdaya College of Advanced Studies was established in the year 2012, founded and managed by Irinjalakuda Diocesan Educational Trust, with its motto as Ever to Excel. The college has 17 UG programs, 6 PG programs, and has 30 professional add-on programs with 2,250 students in the last academic year. The college has gone through the NAC first cycle accreditation process and are awaiting the results. The college excels in academics, sports and culturals and has gained formidable reputation in the last 10 years. The Department of Computer Science was started with the very inception of the college. It is the largest of the science departments with BSc Computer Science, BCA and BSc IT and MSc Computer Science programs. The resource person of today's technical section is Dr. Manishkumar Jain, who is inaugurating the webinar and taking class on demystifying blockchain technology. Dr. Manishkumar Jain, very familiar to Sahrdaya College, is an international corporate trainer, technical consultant, data scientist, IoT solution architect, and blockchain architect with his PhD in deep machine learning, MCA in computer application, and MTech in data science. He is a subject matter expert for Microsoft, IBM, Hitachi, and many micro-focus educational programs, and member of the technical interview board panel team for major Indian and overseas MNCs. On behalf of Sahrdaya College of Advanced Studies, I express the institution's gratitude to Dr. Manish Kumar Jain for his gracious acceptance, distinguished presence, and look forward eagerly for his words of wisdom as the keynote speaker of this technical session and for inaugurating the program. A hearty welcome to you, sir, to this program. My affectionate welcome to Reverend Dr. Davis Singniadan, Executive Director, Sahrdaya College, who is the president of this program and guiding light of Sahrdaya and has been in the forefront for all the activities of the college. Welcome, Father.
Thank you.
Next, I wish to welcome Dr. M. J. Rani and Dr. Kyle Joy, Vice Principals of the college, Dr. Karuna K., IQAC Coordinator of the college, for giving all the directions for the smooth conduct of the program. Welcome, sir and madam. I
Thank you,
also
thank you.
welcome all the heads of the departments, all the faculty members of the college, and also from other colleges, and my dear students of computer science, and all other student delegates attending the webinar. Welcoming all once more. I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, let me welcome Dr. Reverend Father Davis Chingnyadan for the presidential address.
Father, please unmute your mic.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, Father, yes, Father.
Okay, let me begin again now. Dear respected Dr. Manish Kumar Jain and Dr. Matthew Paul Ukan, Vice Principal Dr. Rani Che and Dr. Joy Kale, Dr. Karnake Nair, IKC Coordinator, and IT Department faculty members, and dear participants. Today, the Sahrdaya College of Advanced Studies, the IT department, and IQAC, they are coordinating a colloquium of 3-day national program. And there will be experts talk series. And on the first day of this colloquium, Dr. Manishkumar Jain will expose before you the overview of demystifying blockchain technology, covering the structural analysis of blockchain, its architecture, and blockchain use cases, as we aware of those facts and those subject matters. Blockchain provide a secure transaction, reduce compliance costs, and speed up data transfer processing. Blockchain technology can help contract management and audit the origin of a product. Though the first decentralized blockchain was conceptualized Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008, still Dr. Manish, an expertise of 18 years of industry experience as an international corporate trainer and technical consultant, will guide us in this area. I appreciate the readiness and whole support of Dr. Manish extended to Sahrdaya since we began the tie-up with the Technova. Thank you so much, sir. And he will definitely guide us what are the doubts and what are the clarifications that we need in blockchain. And in this colloquium on the second day, Ms. Yajamri Umadevi, a certified cybersecurity professional, will speak on cybersecurity, how to identify the vulnerabilities, and how to recognize the digital exploitation. And on the third day, Ms. Aishwarya will provide us the demonstration of cloud-based device provisioning, analytics, and monitoring using ESP32 microcontroller. Definitely, this talk series will help us to study the new examples of the digital science, at the same time how we can apply on our scientific methods and researches. And I wish all the success of this colloquium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. I call upon our chief guest, international corporate trainer and technical consultant, Dr. Manish Kumar Jain, sir. He has more than 18 years of industry experience. He has taught 10,000 plus academic and industrial trainees on many countries like UK, USA, Dubai, Qatar, China, Australia. Let us welcome Dr. Manish Kumar Jain for the inaugural address and for the technical session.
Thank you so much. So I would like to say thanks to Father Sahrdaya College principal and everybody for inviting me to inaugurate the session. So I am not new for your college. I'm very familiar with the institute. Yeah. So even I have delivered the few lectures as well. So yeah. So thank you so much for inviting me. So in this session, I will be covering more about the emerging technologies, the emerging concept, how blockchain will help us, and what is the future of blockchain for India. And we know that so many elections are going on. So how we can use the blockchain to put it more transparency, more security into the system. So we'll discuss more about it. So let me share my screen and we'll start the session now. Yeah. Uh, yes, everybody. So the topic is blockchain. Okay, and blockchain is not a new keyword for you. So we heard the blockchain because we know about the Bitcoin. I hope am I audible properly? Anyone please confirm?
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so the blockchain is not a new keyword for us, and everybody knows about the blockchain, probably in a different format. Somebody knows the blockchain because of Bitcoin, somebody knows the blockchain because of cryptocurrency, somebody knows the blockchain because of different types of applications, somebody knows the blockchain because government is saying that you can do the transactions in Bitcoin, but pay the 30% tax on the benefit. So, so we know the cryptocurrency, we know the blockchain and the multiple format over it. But if I talk about the research point of view, if I talk about the future point of view, the blockchain having a lot of potential. So in the year of 2008, when the Satoshi Nakamoto has published the research paper for the blockchain, so that time even he was not aware that about the market of blockchain and different application. So simply he published the research paper and he said that whatever problems we are facing in the current scenario, we can rectify these issues and we can rectify these problems with the help of blockchain, and we can provide the solutions of it. But now because of its uniqueness, because of the feature of the blockchain architecture, everybody is trying to adopting the blockchain. So blockchain is not specifically only for supply chain, not only for sales and marketing, not only for operation, not only for cryptocurrency, but blockchain having a lot of examples in the market. Even in the future, the colleges or university probably they will supply the degree based on the blockchain. So no need to give any physical degree. Probably we will provide the private key or public key to the student, and they will submit that key to the particular company HR. The HR will do the verification based on the blockchain. So that is the future we are having over that. So the thing is that these are the few topics which I have taken for the session. So what is the blockchain? What are the opportunity and challenges surrounding the blockchain? Blockchain for fintech, blockchain in and for India, and financial business innovations through the blockchain. And we'll take some more examples as well. So before the blockchain, it is very much understand, or it is very much required to understand what is happening in the market. See, if I talk about only for blockchain, probably it is not a justification with the topic. Example is that if any of the professor wanted to go for the research on blockchain, so if he or she discuss only for the blockchain, so probably the question will come from where you will get database of blockchain, or the probably the question will come where you can store your data for the blockchain operations. So before that, we need to be understand that what is the industry 4.0. So industry 4.0 is one of the hot topic in the market. So industry 4.0 is nothing but the combination of different types of emerging technologies. So inside we have IoT, industrial IoT, cloud computing, data science, machine learning, AI, deep learning, robotics, process automation, cognitive computing. So all these technologies we are having as a part of industry 4.0. So with the help of IoT, we are collecting the real-time database with the help of IoT sensor. With the help of cloud computing, we are keeping a database on the cloud. And once we have a database on the cloud, then we will convert the database with the help of AI machine learning to convert a database in some meaningful output. So these are the three major components we have. So once we have a data from IoT, once we keep a database on the cloud, and once we convert a database in data storytelling, then always the question will come how we can provide the high level of security and transparency to the data. So if I talk about without blockchain, so nowadays we are having so many application, we are using the Paytm, we are using the Phone Pay, we are using the Google Pay, and there is no blockchain. So, but things are going fine. There is no problem in the system. So always the question will come in the mind, why we need a blockchain? We are talking about blockchain because of buzzword. We are talking about blockchain because everybody is talking about it. Or really we do have some benefit of blockchain. Because see, we have a culture in the society. If somebody will follow one of the concept, everybody will follow the same thing. I remember the example when we had a time of Samsung mobile phone. So everybody is going in the back end of the Samsung. Then we got a market of MG Hector in the car. So everybody is going for the MG Hector. So, but we need to be understand that what type the unique features we are having in a particular product and why we are going for it. Because without the blockchain, also things are working fine. And do we have some uniqueness inside the blockchain? So before that, we need to be understand what is the blockchain, why the name is scam blockchain, and what is the logic behind that. So when we heard about the keyword called the blockchain, then the name stating that inside we have different types of block. These blocks I'm connecting with the help of secure chain, and I'm keeping my database inside the block. So now the question is that before the blockchain, what was the architecture? And now what is the architecture we have and how this architecture is different for the security as well as the data transparency. So if I talk about the current model of a company, let me take one example of IBM India. So what type of model they are following? So in the IBM, they are having something called centralized server. This is the server they have. Probably this is located in Bangalore. And they have multiple offices in Delhi, they have in Hyderabad, they have in Chennai, they do have somewhere in Mumbai as well. So they're keeping all the database from all the locations inside one place, which is called the Bangalore. Probably they have one more backup location, which is located in Singapore. So this is called the neighbor country for India. And they have one more data center, which is called USA. This is called the final data center. So this is what they are going to do. Suppose something is happening wrong in the centralized database in Bangalore, so they can recover the database from Singapore, or if something is happening in the Singapore, they can take it from the USA. So in the centralized system, the problem is that if my server goes down, this is my server. If the server is down, I cannot retrieve my database. Probably you also feel this example. Normally, when I go to SBI ATM, when I have entered my card, when I give my PIN number, then I got a message that we cannot withdraw because server is down. You cannot withdraw the amount. So this is the one of the common issues we have in the centralized server. Second problem is that if somebody knows the IP and password of the centralized server, probably they can take all the database from the server. So this is the second issues we have. Number three is that whatever transactions are happening between the central server and particular branch, and this is coming in the secure manner. So whenever we are doing any transaction, then it's very difficult to identify what is happening over that. So now after the blockchain, after this, we got a blockchain, and in the blockchain, we have a different types of concept. So blockchain is saying that we are having these different types of node. Okay. Inside the node, I'm just connecting all the node together. Okay. So all the nodes having their own relations. So inside the node, we have multiple types of block. So block like we have block one, we have block two, we have block three. In the same way, we have multiple block. So whenever any data will come inside the block A, like suppose we have A, same A will be reflected in this block, in this block, or in this block. So the benefit is that if we got second data called the B, so the B is applicable here, 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 and here. In all the place we have the B. So overall, the meaning is that in this system, there is no centralized system on that. We are going for decentralized manner. Number two is that this is more transparent. More transparent, the meaning is that here everybody will knows about it, like what is happening in the system. So these are the two features we required for the blockchain implementation. So if somebody asks you the question why we are going for the blockchain, you should tell two different types of reason. One is that for transparency between the data, transparency between the system, and number two is that high level of security. So both the things are happening in the blockchain based system over that. So in a simple way, inside the blockchain, we are having different types of block. Inside, we are keeping the information, and these blocks we are connecting with the help of secure chain. So that secure chain could be anything. So we are having SHA 256, 1, 2, and 3. I can use any of the mechanism. Then accordingly, I will perform my blockchain implementation. So probably the question will come, if there is no blockchain, then we do have very less security in the system. No, nothing like that. Without blockchain, also the systems are working fine. But again, if any day, if any serious problem will come, then how you will rectify that problem? So the blockchain is saying that now this is in the initial stage, but very soon this will take in their broader level, and the people they will use the blockchain for the future enhancement, for the future benefit, and for more the network component on this. So we are having a lot of examples in the blockchain the market, or do have a lot of use cases where we feel blockchain is really required for us. So these are the few questions which always came in the mind. How blockchain can stop the fraud like Nirav Modi? So we have Punjab National Bank fraud, and Indian state want to use the blockchain to fight land agreement and all. Blockchain, COVID-19, and the pharmaceutical supply chain. India's answer to tax evasion lies on the blockchain. So means we have multiple questions about the blockchain, how we can rectify. So if I talk about the PNB type of fraud, so after the PNB incident, so PNB use a software which is called the Finacle. Finacle is the one software which is designed by the Infosys. After that, the Infosys use the blockchain in the layer. So the RBI has created one blockchain-based network. So in this network, we are having members from different banks. So if any of the bank wanted to pass the loan which is more than X limit, so that bank cannot pass the loan alone. The bank need to be take the permission from the multiple user. So that is what the changes they have done after with the help of blockchain. When we talk about the blockchain for the land agreement, so I came to know very good example for Amravati. Amravati is one of the place near to Vijayawada. So when Chandrababu Naidu announced that Amravati is going to become a capital, and we know the system in India, if somebody announce anything near to the city and the land price is going in the higher side, the same thing happened with the Amravati as well. So that time the Chandrababu Naidu used the blockchain for the land agreement. But now this is a different discussion that now the capital has changed. But initially he used the blockchain for the land agreement. So if any company wanted to take any land from the farmer, so they cannot go with the normal agreement like how we have the stamp paper in India. So in that case, he introduced the smart contract for the land agreement. So he says that in the smart contract we are having information about all the parties. So who are the supplier, the farmer information, the company information, everything is available into the blockchain. So whenever company will do any of the work on the land, automatically the farmer will get the information about it. So on the same way, we have multiple examples in the market. If I talk about the COVID-19 and blockchain relations, so during the COVID-19, the central government has issued the COVID-19 vaccination for multiple state. So probably the state they are having their own, this conflict. Some state is saying that the central is not giving me the complete medicine. Some state is saying that they are giving more medicine to the other state. So many problems will come. So always I said that no need to fight. Better we can use the blockchain and we can save everything over that. So this is what the systems we are having here. So now the question is that what type of architecture we need to be following the blockchain. So inside the blockchain, we have the architecture which is called the block. Let me show you the architecture. So inside the blockchain, we are having these different types of architecture, which is called the transactions, which is called the node creation. Inside, we have different types of algorithms. Then we have block creation, and finally, the transaction is going to be complete. If we talk about in a very simple example, Suppose I wanted to send some amount from Dubai to India. So the procedure is that, I need to go to the exchange counter where I will deposit my amount. I will give the recipient address, their account number, mobile number, everything. Then after that, they will verify from Indian branch and they can do the transaction. So that transaction sometimes will take 24 hours. Sometimes it will take 8 hours as well. Sometimes it will take 36 hours as well. Because we have multiple validation, multiple verification in between of it. So blockchain is saying that why we are giving unnecessary time frame of it. So in the blockchain, once you keep a data or once we initiate with the blockchain, then every party is connecting with the help of secure chain. So it will do the verification automatically and accordingly we can get the output on it. Now the one more problem with the blockchain is that if you remember in 1990s when we got internet, so people they are saying that internet is like email, but actually internet is not an email. Email is the one application, internet is one architecture. On the same way, nowadays the people they are saying that the Bitcoin is like a blockchain. So again, the Bitcoin is one example and blockchain is the architecture. So based on the blockchain, I can define multiple types of architecture. So I just make the Bitcoin, I just go for the land agreement, I go for the supply chain, I go for the KYC. So we have so many example based on the blockchain based architecture. So this is something which I'm having over here. Let me show you how the blockchain will work. So initially we have the user having some different types of data. That data I need to be protected with the help of blockchain database. So inside the blockchain database, what is the architecture we have, like, the initiation of the block creation, then assign the hash key, then keeping a database into the block, then generating the hash key again. So this complete process we are happening with the blockchain based architecture. Then followed by I will keep my database in the database architecture. So if the user wanted to get some database, he need to be use the private key and the user can check the blockchain architecture from here. So these are the few things which are available inside the blockchain based architecture over that. Now let me share you some of the real-time example where we can use the blockchain and what is the logic of it. Now let me consolidate one more thing here. See, the blockchain is not a magic. Just keep in the mind. Blockchain is not a magic. Blockchain is not a new thing in the market. Blockchain is a very similar to the artificial intelligence. If you know the architecture of artificial intelligence, then you know very well about the blockchain. But before implementation, the blockchain, we need to be understand that what is the problem area. The meaning is that I cannot implement blockchain to everywhere. Like somebody is running a hotel, so there is no meaning to use the blockchain. Am I right here? Because the blockchain implementation is not a simple thing. It is more costing. Like here the machine will take a lot of costing. Simple example is that before the blockchain, I'm keeping a data in a two server, but now in the blockchain, I need to be keep the four different types of server. So this is the issues we are having for the blockchain based implementation. So always we need to be understand what is the problematic area, what is the real time use case, then followed by we can use the blockchain. Now let me share you some real time example of blockchain where we can use and what is the real time component we have. Now let me skip this. Let me come back to our traditional Indian example so that you will get more idea what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So now here in this example, I'm going to be take, yes, here. So let me take a one very simple example and you will understand my point. So I'm taking one example for Nexa. Okay, Nexa is one of the brand from the Maruti. Okay, so in the Nexa, they are saying that they are from the Maruti, but again in the premium segment. So they have something called Maruti Arena, and we have Maruti Nexa over that. So very soon the Nexa is going to be launched the blockchain-based architecture for the customer. So what is the problems they are facing now? So suppose I wanted to purchase a car. Okay, so I will come to the showroom. So this is the one block we have for showroom. And when I come to the showroom and when I ask about the inquiries and all, so the showroom owner will take my complete information. What is my name? What is the phone number? What is my address? What I'm looking out? Where I'm working? Every information he need to be take from my side. Okay. So when I finalize the car, so what he will do, he will add me in the blockchain based network. So like this is called the supplier, which is the one network, the showroom, And the showroom is connecting with the help of this Nexa. So this is what they have. So whatever car showroom is having, like they have a one car from XL6, second car they have from the Baleno, third car they are having from Ignis. So this complete information they got it from the plant information. The plant, the meaning is that in which plant they have produced this Baleno, in which plant they have produced this Ignis or XL6, and what is the chassis number, and everything is available into the blockchain based network. So who's the owner of this blockchain, which is called Maruti. Now, when I purchase the car, so I am a customer. Customer is the new node into this blockchain based network. So here the customer can check all the information about the car. If I have taken the XL6, so automatically I can check all the information about XL6, what is the production, who was the engineer, and every information I can see because I'm the part of blockchain based network. So when you take a car, then automatically my information will go to the RTO department. Why we need to be send the information to RTO? Because RTO is only give me the number plate, like registration number. So automatically the information will go for the RTO. So the benefit is that no need to submit any physical document. So like then how this showroom will verify my detail? So even here also no need to submit any physical detail. So here they can use the UID, which is called the Aadhaar data set. So actually, let me tell you one thing, the Aadhaar is one of the amazing thing from India, but actually there is no proper implementation of UID or Aadhaar card. See, the slowly government is using the Aadhaar card for different types of verification. Like, they are verified with the help of this telecom companies, so the user can get a SIM with the help of Aadhaar card. Apart from slowly, they are giving the Aadhaar API to the multiple parties. So you can do the real-time verification with the retina as well as the fingerprint. So now here the showroom owner has verified my detail with the help of my UID number, the unique identification number. So that information will go to the RTO automatically that this is the person and he took this of the car and this is the chassis number and this is the model number. Then automatically my information will pass to the insurance department. Either I can get from the this LIC, or I can get from the Reliance, or I can get from any XYZ company. The information will go automatically to the insurance. So this complete part is the part of blockchain over that. So the meaning is that we have complete transparency. So the insurance company knows very well who's the customer and who's the showroom owner and from which plant they got a car. So like here we have a complete transactions over this. RTO department having all the information in a very transparent manner. So this is the one portion of the blockchain we have. Now, what is the further extension of the blockchain? Suppose anytime if I'm looking out any of the claim for my car, so normally in India, the claim processing will take approximate 3 to 9 month time. Yeah, this is the ideal time they are going to be take. So why have taken the 3 to 9 month? The reason is that they need to be verify all the detail, like whether the complaint is true or not true. Am I right? Yeah, and whether the user is right or wrong, something in that way. So now with the help of blockchain, it will not take 3 to 9 days or 9 months of time. So it will process immediately. So sometimes I feel this is required in a many cases. So like, here we have something called car insurance. If I talk about the health insurance and somebody in the hospital, if the insurance company is saying that, it will take a lot of time for the claim processing, then again, there is no meaning. So with the help of blockchain, the processing is pretty fast and the user will get the output immediately. So the meaning is that whenever we are connecting with the other type of detail, everybody is the part of blockchain. Everything is more transparent and everything is a more secure manner of it. So only one thing is required over that. And I feel that this is the limitation, which is called, complete automation. So blockchain is saying that, if you're going for 50% automation, 50% manual task, so this would not be a justification with the system. So we require the complete automation on it. So that is the one example we have. So here my question is, very, very common question is, like, as I said that, in the blockchain, everything is more transparent. So like suppose this showroom owner got a car in 4 lakh rupees. Okay. And he's selling a car to the customer in 7 lakh rupees. So the meaning is that total 3 lakh of benefit he's getting. So in the blockchain, customer can see the original pricing as well. Of course, no, otherwise, what is the meaning of business? So because of that, they have introduced something called public blockchain and private blockchain, public and private. So like here, this is something called the public blockchain example. Like, everybody can see every information, but the pricing and all we can keep as a private blockchain. So those who are not authorized, they cannot see the price. So here also we have a SAM model, public, private, as well as the hybrid. And that is what we required into the operation. So this is what we have a very common example from Indian system. Now let me take second example. Like today we had an election in Karnataka, and the competition is very tough. As for the exit poll, hung assembly will come. Nobody will get a complete majority of the vote. So one time I have proposed one solution about the blockchain to government of India, because all the parties, they are saying that no other party, they hacked the EVM, electronic voting machine, and they got all the votes. Second party is saying that we didn't get a vote and all. But how we can implement the e-voting system with the blockchain? So like today we had the election in Karnataka, but I know that many people from Karnataka, they are not in the Karnataka. Probably they are staying in Dubai, they are staying in Singapore, probably they are in the UK, USA as well. So they cannot give a vote. Okay, they cannot give a vote. This is the very common issues. So I said to the election commission, can we make one application on blockchain? So this application anybody can open from anywhere in the world. Okay, and we need to be connect this application with the UID, with the Aadhaar data set. Suppose today we have the election and somebody in the Dubai, and he or she wanted to give a vote. Simply he or she will open the application, and they will give the Aadhaar number. Camera will on, camera will scan your retina. Camera will give you the OTP. You need to verify with the OTP, and they will check your information with the immigration department, because the location is saying that you are in Dubai. So in reality, you're in the Dubai or not. So once everything is verified, then finally they will give you the permission to give a vote. Okay. And once you given the vote, you will get one email as an acknowledgement that your voting is done for this party. So in India, whatever candidate we have, the candidate will get a +1. But from which location, but from which voter, nobody can track. So in this example, we can do it with the blockchain. So like today they had an election, now result will come on 13th. So if we will follow the blockchain based architecture, so we'll get the output immediately and everything will go in the smoother way. So that is the one example we are having over that. On the same way, we are having some other examples as well. This is the one example we have LOC, which is called the letter of credits. So whenever we are going for cross-border payment, yeah, so again, this will take a lot of time for releasing the payment. But now with the help of blockchain, it will reduce from number of days to number of hours. And this is the benefit we are having to implement the blockchain. Inside the blockchain, we are having three different types of layer. We have the application layer, blockchain service layer, as well as the physical layer. So application layer, the meaning is that who are the part of blockchain and what type of application we are going to be used, and what type of service layer you are going to be executed. The meaning is that what type of this operating system, what is the chip level, what is the mechanism for the security, public or private blockchain. This is called the service layer. And finally, how you are going to be collect a data set. I told you that blockchain is nothing but the secure database connectivity. If the database is not secure, then there is no meaning. So how to get a data from the IoT? So these are the component we are having for IoT over here. This is the one simple architecture we do have. And next one is that this is the architecture we have for the block. So the one block is the collection of 13 different types of information. So that block is containing what is the version, what is the timestamp, what is the hash key, the previous hash key, we have the nonce value, we have Merkle tree, or list of transactions inside the block. So in this way, we can make the multiple block. So again, there is no limitations of the block. The block limitation will come depend upon the hard drive. If I'm having 1 TB of hard disk, I can make more number of block. But if I have less than that, I can make the limited number of block. So these are the few examples are available for us. Okay. And this is called the Merkle tree, like how we are providing the hash key for it. So actually the hash key logic is like this. So this is my name, Manish. So it will make the combination of even number Manish. Suppose I have something called J, so it will take J or M one more time. So it will take the hash key for M or hash key for A. And whatever I got, this is called a one hash key H1. And the hash key for this is called second hash key. And this is called third hash key. And this is called the fourth hash key. Again, they will make the combination of it. And again, we'll make a final combination. So in this way, we are providing the hash key, which is very difficult to decrypt for any unknown person, those who are not aware about the system architecture. So this is what we have the Markle tree into the system, and this is what the benefit we do have over here. Now, what type of algorithms we can use in the blockchain? So inside the blockchain, we have different types of algo. Algorithm is nothing but the set of execution, how you are going to be execute. So majorly we have proof of work, we have the proof of stake. Proof of work, the meaning is that, whatever task I have done, so in the respect of my work, I got some reward point. Okay, this is called proof of work. So means if you wanted to get some Bitcoin, you need to solve some puzzle, and once you solve the puzzle with the difficulties level, you will get some portion of the Bitcoin. And same thing is that we have POW, which is called proof of stake. So if somebody wanted to get the Bitcoin and he's not from technical side, so he or she can hire a company who can do the work for him. This is called proof of stake. So working as a stakeholder, which is the part of proof of stake over that. This is some examples we have. Now, what type of opportunity and challenges we have in the blockchain? See, the opportunity have amazing, but we are having some challenges on it. So I remember that our ex-finance minister abruptly said that blockchain is amazing, but not a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like a black box because who's the Satoshi, where is the server, how they are doing the transactions, we never know. Am I right? We never know what is happening in the backend. But when we look the real-time example of blockchain, this is amazing. Like in India, as of now, we are using UPI payment gateway. So this is not a cryptocurrency. This is called the digital format of the Indian rupees. But very soon, the government of India, they are going to be launch a cryptocurrency with the support of central bank. So, they are in the planning, and there is no surprising thing if they would launch the same thing before 2024 election, 2024 election that might be possible. So RBI is ready to implement the cryptocurrency. So the benefit is that somehow they can track the pattern of the user. Like as of now, they are tracking also with the help of UPI payment gateway. But with the help of crypto, they can track it in more better way. And with the help of combination of GST registration, linked with the Aadhaar card and PAN number, they can track more details from the user. So again, we have multiple the challenges, and we are having some more benefit as well. Next one, we have something called, benefit of blockchain in the trade finance. Trade finance, the meaning is that, if I talk about the banking side, so whenever the customer is doing any of the trading activities, so they will get a benefit that, things are pretty faster side, and we can supply the operation. But here, if I will take the example from the educational institute, because we are from the education side. So like, I given you one example about the digital degree based on the blockchain. So tomorrow, if somebody completed his or her degree from the college or from the university, now the college wanted to give some degree to them. So as of now, we are giving some physical certificate. And tomorrow, if this person got a placement in a one company, so he need to be submit a document to that HR. But the problem is that this person has done multiple certification during the COVID-19, and he's having a lot of certification. So it's very difficult to submit to the HR place. So I remember the example. Many of the universities, especially from the South India, they are taking some initiative to come with the blockchain based degree. So whatever registration they have within the university or within the college, so they are launching their own blockchain server. So they are just giving some roll number, like how we are offering the roll number to the student. So with the help of roll number, they are giving one public key and private key to each and every student. So the public key and private key is a very simple, like how we have the account number in a bank or we have the networking ID. So if that student wanted to submit any document to any of the HR, so simply he need to be shared the public key, like how I'm giving my account number to somebody. So the HR can log in or HR can see my complete detail. So this is only the read only. They cannot do any modification. They cannot do any changes on it. But private key, the meaning is that if I did some certification from different body and I need to be upload the certificate in my blockchain network. So in this case, I need to be take the permission from my college. And once the college will verify the certificate, then only I can upload my certificate inside the blockchain. So I can upload my certificate from a third party with the help of private key. But if somebody wanted to check my certificate, then I will go for the public key. So public key and private key, which is applicable for each and everybody. And then accordingly, they can do the transactions on it. So this is the one example we are having over that. Okay. So in the same way, we are having some more examples over here. Okay, now let me show you one of the real-time example. In the African countries, the malaria is a very common disease. So many of the pharmaceutical companies, they are supplying the wrong medicine and they are saying this medicine is for the malaria because of getting the more benefit. So if I talk about the country called Tanzania, Mozambique, Uganda, Kenya, Nairobi, and all these places. So these countries will use the blockchain with the support of IBM, and they are saying that whenever any medicine will come to the country border, all the medicine having one QR code, and we need to be scan the QR code. And whenever the doctor will give that medicine to the patient, we need to be check that what is the type of medicine, and if the doctor want, if the patient want, they can give a feedback to the government. So who are the part of this node? Doctor is the one node, patient is the second node, pharmaceutical company is the third node, courier is the fourth node. So in this one, we can make a complete supply chain, and accordingly, we would say that we do have the proper implementation of the logic. So that is the one example we are having over here. So let me show you this example so that you will get more idea, at least one example. And this is the short example, but very interactive. Yes.
When it comes to getting medication from the manufacturer to the physicians and patients, Africa is facing a severe problem with counterfeit drugs. The costs associated with the use of counterfeit medicines to individuals, families, and health systems are staggering. Every year, more than 122,000 African children under the age of 5 lose their lives as a result of counterfeit anti-malarials alone. What if we could track, trace, and authenticate the drugs at each stage of their journey, from the pharma company all the way to the patient? That's exactly what researchers at the IBM lab in Haifa, Israel are doing. We're using blockchain technology to introduce traceability and trackability into the supply chain. Using blockchain, we can make sure there's a verifiable provenance of what is delivered, by whom, to whom, when, and where. Within the pharma supply chain, we're setting up a trusted network that allows the different parties to store information, knowing that only authorized members can see it, and the information can't be altered once it's been entered. Specifically for pharmaceutical orders, we can verify that the authentic drugs are handed over to an authorized party at each transfer point, ensure compliance with the proper conditions for transportation and asset transfer, and we can also make sure that a joint verified ledger of all transactions is available at all times. This means provenance of each and every drug in the supply chain. Any party in the network can see the status of where the drugs are and who has them. This solution from IBM Research includes the mobile interface and the permissioned blockchain backend that gives each certified and authorized party in the network a way to initiate action, finish their transaction, track its progress, and verify that it was done correctly. Let's look at an example of how this would work. This is Dr. Messia. She needs tuberculosis vaccines for her patients. Dr. Messia already checked the prices at the local pharmacies and decided to order from ABC Pharma. She knows that if she arranges delivery from the pharmacy using blockchain, she'll have more confidence that the drugs are authentic and also get a better price. At ABC Pharma in Kenya, Imani received an order from Dr. Messia in Koru asking for 3 BCG ampoules. The order is registered in the blockchain. Imani prepares the delivery for Dr. Messia in Koru and scans the QR codes and serial numbers of the vaccines for the blockchain. The order is ready to go, and the next step involves selecting the delivery carrier. From the list of possible carriers available in the blockchain system, Imani selects Solomon, who has a good reputation score and is not overloaded with orders today. Solomon is motivated to supply a high-quality service because his reputation score is calculated based on the ratings he receives. This reputation score helps him get more business from other hospitals and clinics. He heads to ABC Pharma where he meets Imani. When he arrives, Solomon authenticates to the blockchain system. Imani initializes the delivery transfer, and then Solomon checks the serial numbers of the vaccines and accepts the delivery. All this is recorded, and the transaction is appended to the blockchain ledger after verifying that both Imani and Solomon are physically at the ABC Pharma premises. Solomon heads out. The BCG vaccines are stored in a refrigerated box equipped with temperature sensors. The sensors send a reading every 60 seconds, and any alarms are saved in the blockchain. Solomon arrives in Kourou and heads to Dr. Messiah's clinic. Dr. Messiah greets Solomon, and they both examine the delivery. Dr. Messiah received an SMS earlier with the tracking code. Together, they authenticate using the blockchain. Dr. Messiah verifies the tracking code number of the delivery and scans in and verifies the vaccines using a QR code scanner. She also verifies via blockchain that there were no alerts regarding the temperature during transport. Dr. Messiah accepts the delivery, Solomon accepts the delivery transfer, and the transfer is appended to the blockchain, which now shows the vaccines at the Kourou location. Solomon's reputation score and number of open deliveries are updated, and Dr. Messiah can continue keeping her patients healthy. Back at ABC Pharma, Imani examines the status of today's blockchain transactions. Happily, all went well with the transfer to Dr. Messiah. This innovative blockchain solution from IBM Research offers new benefits. It reduces the loss from counterfeit drugs, offers shorter lead times of cycles from pharma to patient, and introduces a non-repudiation process with provenance and trackability for fast resolution of any conflicts.
Yeah, so these are the few benefits we have, for blockchain in the healthcare. So on the same way, not last but the least. So the thing is that, we do have a lot of examples in the blockchain in the market. And this is available for each and every sector, specifically in the banking, in the healthcare, in the operations, in the education, in the supply chain, in the HR. In all the places, we require the blockchain. And in India, maximum states, they are working on blockchain-based implementation. Okay. And very soon, the multiple part of the India, they also will initiate the blockchain. And here you can see that if I talk about the Kerala, so many of the farming insurance companies, they are coming in the blockchain-based solutions, and supply chain for the agriculture product. So probably in this case, very soon we'll have a lot of network of the blockchain. Even if I talk about the UGC or AICT point of view, so even the UGC, they also rectifying the course content as per the emerging technologies. And they're giving some suggestion to the colleges or university to add the blockchain as one of the subject. So probably the student, they will get more idea about current technologies. And tomorrow, once they go for any of the technical interview or any of the placement activity, probably they will get more benefit. So nowadays for the blockchain, the supply is very low, but requirement is very high, like something for the demand and supply. So we are having the huge requirement for the blockchain developer, blockchain admin, or blockchain consultant. But the supply is very low because the people, they are not aware about the complete concept. So probably soon, the more hiring will come. And if I talk about the package, which are amazing in the blockchain. So overall, the meaning is that, the potentials we are having the use, but only we need to be understand the right concept that, how we can go for the smart contract, how we can write the smart contract, how we can give a conditions, and what type of benefits we have, what type of drawbacks we have. And drawbacks, the meaning is that, that is not a meaning that, nobody can hack the blockchain. Inside the blockchain, we have a concept called 51% attack. If I convince the 50% member to my site, probably I can make my own government, something like a blockchain as well. So if you adjusted 51% of member from a blockchain, probably you can hack the member, probably you can hack the blockchain. But again, it's very difficult to hack the 51% of member. Reason is that we are having very strong security systems with the help of hash values. So this is what we have. And again, the last one is that, if we are not updating our knowledge, that is outdated, and outdated means there is no value. You can see the condition of Nokia mobile phones. So always we need to be take care the new and hot topic which is leading to the market, and we need to be adopt this. If not today, probably in the future, we will get more benefit from these type of technologies. But again, only blockchain doesn't help for the research, only blockchain doesn't help for the future enhancement. Along with the blockchain, you should be aware about complete industry 4.0 portfolio, which include data collection from IoT, data storage with the cloud, data analysis, data storytelling with the help of data science, AI, and machine learning, and finally, security and transparency with the help of blockchain. So this is what we have. So in the future, if you need any help or any support from my side, you can write an email to me. Definitely, I will help you out. Yeah. And thank you so much, everybody. Please ask if you have any question, any doubt, any concerns. I'm happy to give you the answers of your questions. Yeah. So any question, any doubt, any concern, if something is not clear, do let me know. We'll help you out.
Hello, Dr. Manish. Thank you very much for your description and your classes and lecturing. And it is a wonderful experience for me also.
Yeah.
Actually, I was reading this subject matter recently also. I think last week we had in our daily newspaper concerning the India is going to have this one. Already you spoke about it, but I think is it needed by the RBI and government? How things will be done? Because it's a democratic country. When a
True.
blockchain is introduced, there is a problem of
True, very true.
the politicians doing something. I don't
Right,
know how
right.
the blockchain. Can you just explain about it?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, so of course, Father, you're right. If they launch the blockchain, then everything will open. And so probably they will launch the blockchain, in the place where they feel that, transparency is required. And where the transparency will come from the politics side, probably they will not implement the blockchain. So might be this thing will come. And, whenever we are taking any of the example, it's good to listen, it's good to understand, but when we talk about the hardcore implementation, then still it need a lot of time, it need more number of years, and probably not today, but in the future they need to be implement the blockchain. Let's see.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir. Thanks a
yeah,
lot.
thank you.
Hello, Dr. Jain.
Yeah.
Myself, Sheena. In the context of the educational institutions, you just mentioned how a learner who has secured several certifications, there is a
Hmm.
depository. So, in the context of national education policy, there is academic bank of credits, ABC.
Hmm.
So that also functions. It's also a blockchain.
No,
Able
madam.
student.
No, this is not a blockchain, like credit policies they are offering as a normal way. So like, as per the assessment, you can offer this credits and all. But very soon, this thing also will come in the blockchain. The reason is that if we would like to go for the uniform manner as per the UGC plan, so of course we need to be take some uniform component on it. Yeah, like suppose we have some specific grade for A, B, C, or D. So, but again, if
Mhm.
the institute will take something as per their comfort level, so the uniform manner will not come. So not now, but in the future, definitely they need to be bring this type of the use cases under the blockchain.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for joining the session today. And in the future, if you need any help, please write an email and I will help you out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for this informative session. Now I call Maria ma'am for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Hansana. As William Arthur Watts says, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Good evening, respected Executive Director Dr. Father Davis Chingliaran, our resource person Dr. Manishkumar Jain, Principal Dr. Matthew Ukan, Vice Principals Dr. Rani MJ, Dr. Joy KL, faculty members, staff, students, and my dear participants. Well, as we know, the blockchain technology is considered to be the potential driver of the digital economy. The blockchain technology outweighs the challenges associated with the traditional transaction and business governed and regulated by the third trusted party. It gives me immense pleasure to sound a formal note of gratitude to our wonderful resource person, Dr. Manishkumar Jain, who gave us a full-fledged and detailed information on blockchain technology. Sir, we are really lucky to have you here amidst us, and a big thank you for sharing your thoughts. In spite of
Thank
your
you.
hectic schedule, today we had the opportunity to hear you. On behalf of our institution and computer science department, I thank you, sir, for your enlightening and intriguing session.
Thank you. Thank you so
We,
much. Thank you.
yes, thank you, sir. We are fortunate to have Dr. Father Davis Chingiyaran as our executive director, a true visionary and a great leader who always adapts and understands the substance of education. Let me take this opportunity to thank Dr. Father Davis Chingiyaran, who presided over the session. Thank you, Father. We are greatly honored to have the presence of Dr. Matipal Uken amidst us. He is someone who holds the keys of virtue and a true leader. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence. We are also blessed to have our vice principals who balances the course of our growth and development. I thank our both vice principal, Dr. Rani MJ and Dr. Joy KL for your guidance and support. Computer science department progresses in pace each day with the unduly support of our faculties who always guides and support each other. No matter whatever the situation is, a big thank you to all. I thank Ms. Jamal PJ, the coordinator of a webinar, who took a great initiative in organizing the event. Thank you, ma'am, for your unflinching support. I thank all the participants for your valuable time and patience. And as we all know, we are nothing without our students. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the students for your active participation. Let me also extend a hearty gratitude to all the technical staff members who have always helped to run without any glitches. Warm gratitude. Last but not the least, many of you have made a huge effort to join us today. On behalf of us all, we are deeply appreciative and offer you all our most heartfelt gratitude. And let me conclude here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words.